Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or you're just happy to see me?
Yes, we are a couple minutes late, but
It's
we
my
have
fault.
10. We have 10 articles to go into because I basically I did not get the notification or any notification that Stieg sent me articles. So he's like, there's a couple that you absolutely have to do. So I had to go back into my email, find it, and figure out which ones to do. 3 ones he sent me I already had up, basically.
Yeah.
So.
Well, just go with
10,
the funny ones because they're good.
Yeah. So we have 10 funny and weird articles, essentially.
Yeah.
To go into. And I'm able to start a bit earlier than moving forward. The schedule's changed slightly. So earliest I think it would be earliest I'd be able to start would be 8 p.m. But I'm sticking probably with 8:15 for some of the YouTube streams just because when it's just me, it's easier for me to jump onto a stream. But when it's someone else, I give a little bit extra time. So
yeah, well, it's as long as I know about it, I can pop on whenever.
Yeah, so I forgot to tell you today that I was going to start 15 minutes early, to at least try to.
Yeah,
I'm so busy. But anyway, before I say hello to the chat, let everybody know where I guess they can find you if you want to be found.
No, I can avoid being seen if I wish.
Oh, shut up, Strider.
Actually, my name means wanderer, so I'm a real Strider. Just that. Yeah, I'm on Twitter, and I think I'll be here next week for the top 10.
Yeah, because I think we changed the schedule a bit, so
yeah,
we do our streams back to back, and then the ones I do with Orange Chat we do back to back. So next week should be the top 10, and I figure we're going into the 90s, 1990 films.
Yeah. So we've actually done a decade.
Yes. And then again for the 1s and 2s chats, it's Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. And for the singles, it's G.I. Jane and Quick and the Dead. So,
not to be confused with Phil Bill, which is the Hillary Clinton biopic.
Anyway, I'm gonna say hello to the chat, and like I said, we have 10 articles of weird and funny stuff to go into. First one I see is Gravy D, just comes in and shouts weird. Hello, Gravy. Trey is ready for the weird. Bring on the weird. Well, got some weird. Like I said, got some weird shit to go into. And I actually had to kind of leave some out because there was on one of the sites there was quite a bit, and I was like, what? It's maybe save that for another time. Jaluk, what is up? Mr. Bentham, hello. Conroy, hello. Soul Assassin, what is up? This is my Discord. I do watch parties here whenever I play multiplayer games to people. I do have a gaming voice chat. Last watch party I did was actually for the wrestling event SummerSlam, but I do movie watch parties as well. Last one, I think the last one was Young Einstein, because I told my Discord, I told my chat, if you have not seen this movie, you have to see it at least once in your life because it is so strange, but I love it. Oh, Office Space. Office Space was the most recent one. Okay. Those two, basically. But I showed Office Space because that popped into my head. And I forgot how so eerily accurate it was to what it's like working in that kind of cubicle works environment. It's so fucking accurate with the fellow employees and the bosses and everything. It's it kind of brought back PTSD from my time working in type of office environment. Citizen Ronan, hello. Yeah, comfortable blaming Stieg, yes.
This time it was my fault.
I'm not sure what the question is. Is that going to be with watch parties? You mean for tomorrow and Friday? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's going to be watch parties or offline gaming or nothing. Depends on how I feel, because I might just take both, well, at least tomorrow off. probably from doing anything. But this is my Kick. This is my Twitch. I've been dual streaming. Okay, Office Space did two Fridays ago. Yeah, so. Okay. Oh, about the time. Well, the watch parties will vary, depending on what day I do it. But yes, most likely, it'll be about that time probably, or a bit earlier, depending if I do it on a weekday or a weekend day. Yes, Mikey. Yeah, for they need to work Saturday. Like, right. Did you get that memo? I really wanted to say this so bad sometimes. It's not that I'm lazy. I don't care. I really wanted to say that sometimes to some of my bosses. You have Gigawatt. JM, good to see you. So gaming, hello, good to see you. The rap scene is legendary, yes. It is very legendary. But okay. So have you seen Office Space, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen Young Einstein?
No.
You need to watch Young Einstein at least once.
I have it. I have it from the high seas. It's on a hard drive. So I've been meaning to watch it.
Yes, it's an interesting film. It's an interesting film. I love it. I love it.
Is it a comedy?
It's a comedy, but it's like very much a uber fictionalized satirical account of Albert Einstein because he's transplanted from Austria to Australia.
Oh. And
it's kind of like there's like anachronisms and things like that, like how basically he invents surfing and rock and roll music. It's
every time you recommend me a comedy, I don't like them. If you recommend anything else, it's fine. I love it.
It's something you have to. I'm not saying that like I'm recommending because like objectively it's like necessarily good. Like objectively, I probably would give it like a 7 to 8 out of 10, in my opinion. But like, it's one of those movies where you just need to watch it, in my opinion.
Well, I will. I know. So we'll see. Yeah. I'll tag you in a tweet when I watched it and give it a rating. Then
Trey enjoyed it and Travis thinks
angry DMs afterwards.
Yeah. But anyway, so we have let me count again 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 articles. So this is what we do, Chad, is he rolls a die. And whatever number it lands on is the article that we bring up. So we don't really necessarily go in order.
Yeah. No, Trey is telling me to watch Supernatural.
Yes.
I'll tell you one thing, Trey. I will, because that's like 15 seasons of something that's good.
Hey, psychotic mongoose.
So I think I've seen the first 6 episodes though. Anyway. 2.
Okay. I haven't read these articles, so I don't know what to expect from them. But Trey shared this with me. Drug Kingpin eluded cops as a so-so soccer player. Sebastian Marcet of Uruguay didn't just bankroll teams, he played for them.
Huh.
As a so-so soccer player.
Yeah. I probably had a lot of heart.
So.
You know what? When it comes to soccer, though, it doesn't always matter if you're good, as long as you give it your all. If you give it your all, the fans are behind you. 120%.
All right, so I had to respond to something. But anyway, so drug kingpins, including Pablo Escobar, have been known to bankroll local soccer teams in Latin America. It's a smart move in a few ways. Not only is soccer the bedrock of power and politics, it's also an easy way to launder money. Basically, this 2-part series focuses on a drug kingpin who went one better. He not only bought or sponsored professional teams, he inserted himself into the lineup as a player. Meet Sebastian Marcet, a 33-year-old Uruguayan who in recent years has become one of the top traffickers in South America and a key supplier of cocaine to the West. But instead of hiding from authorities, he had used his fortune to purchase and sponsor soccer teams across Latin America and in Europe. All right, so this story details how Marset would assume an alias and play for his various teams. He would pay $10,000 to wear the number 10 of Pele, Maradona, and Messi, or hand out wads of cash to teammates as bonuses for victories. Maybe the best part is that Marset isn't a great player. He's mediocre, with the skills of someone whose career peaked in high school. In fact, the story begins with Marset missing a crucial spot kick for Paraguay's Deportivo Capiata team in 2021. His playing days with that particular team ended in typical fashion. Marset, apparently tipped off that authorities were onto him, fled before they could make an arrest. If this hiding in plain sight strategy seems far-fetched, know that Marset remains at large to this day. And this was written July 28th, 2024, so he has still not been caught.
He's probably near the corner flag.
So, haha.
You know,
Hello, Hound.
It actually just looks like a criminal having as much fun as he can.
So yeah, I just like the fact that he's still not been caught. I mean, I'm not like, you know, there's it looks like a video. It's basically a 2-part series. He still has not been caught.
Yeah, they actually had some problems in Europe with Latin American players that were owned by third party something, usually criminals, right? So whenever a player got sold from club to club, some weird third party had a say in it.
Yeah.
And quite often a player had to sign for a club they didn't even want to play for because they get a sign-on fee.
Yeah, so they didn't snitch. Well, I mean, I most likely wouldn't snitch too because you have him passing out, where is it, wads of cash if there was a victory. So it's like, you know what, I'll keep my mouth shut too. And probably like not too many people, I would imagine, would, I guess, know, unless like, you know, like his face was plastered all over the place. But I probably would have kept my mouth shut too.
Yeah, I guess if you ratted him out, you wouldn't get cash. You'd get something else.
Yes, I'm saying, like, you know, it's like what he says, like, you know, what snitches gets.
Yeah, remember this was in the U.S. World Cup in '94. A Colombian missed. I think he scored an old goal that knocked Colombia out. As soon as he got back to Colombia, someone shot him in a parking lot. Escobar, I think his name was. It was like, damn.
So it said, yeah, it doesn't say if he killed anyone. Chances are he did, but like most likely, but it just says he was mainly a key supplier of cocaine. So chances are he killed someone or had people killed.
Yeah, and definitely indirectly killed someone.
Yeah, so chances are yes. Joe Rogan has extra bugs in his head. Joe Rogan is special at times.
He is.
But yeah, that is so basically I guess it's a 2-part series. We'd have to find it if we want to like find out more information.
It's like the first and second half.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me close that article. But I just I love the fact that he basically hides in plain sight. But then like he'll catch wind that the police are on to him, and he leaves before the game is done, so like they can't, and he's still at large. So when he's caught, finally, we can just pull up the article. Remember this? So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes them to catch him.
Would be fun if they never catch him, even though he's still playing football.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, it's like he's only 33, so
as soon as the whistle goes, he's gone. Nobody knows.
It says, as far as I know, he basically, according to the article, he has not been caught. As far as we know, he's still alive. So that's as far as we know. He's just still at large. I'm pretty sure this article was written back in like July 20th of 2024. That if he had died at least before the writing of the article, they would have been able to like find that information. So it's right now, he's just not been caught. I believe he's playing for the women's team on the Olympics. Yes, in the Olympics. Yeah, but all right. So we have 9 articles left.
4.
Okay. So a wallaby got loose on a golf course in England. Not something you see every day.
No.
So a wallaby caused a stir when it turned up somewhere far from its native home, a golf course in England. The Oakmere Golf Club, located near South Wales, said there have been multiple sightings of the marsupial, native to Australia and New Guinea, during the past week. The club said on Facebook that the wallaby hadn't booked a tee time. The sighting was reported to the Nottinghamshire Wildlife Trust. So wallaby sightings were previously reported in Calverton, about 5 miles from the golf course. So it says, my head greenkeeper sent me a photograph after seeing this animal, which looked like a wallaby on the golf course. I thought it was a bit strange and that he was winding me up. I went down there and couldn't see it myself, so I posted a picture on Facebook, and then a member sent in some photographs. So I don't know what this is. I don't want to necessarily play it. But yeah, there it is. So does that show up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's actually an unusual animal to see in England, period.
Yeah. Okay, I guess just it's 2 pictures, and that's a wallaby.
Yeah.
So not something you see every day in England, especially. Well, he didn't book a tee time, so we have no idea if he's a good golfer or not.
Give me a D&D idea.
Yeah, so maybe it escaped a zoo. All I know is it showed up on a golf course. Or it could be that, because people have done shit like that in the past, where they get an exotic animal as a pet, and they either let it go or it gets loose.
Yeah.
So. But, yeah. But there it is. So I saw that, and I was like, well, we'll cover that. It's a short article, and, again, not something you see every day.
Yeah, and it's a cool animal.
Yeah. I remember, like, I would watch all those, like, nature shows growing up, and because, like, the impression my parents had was that a wallaby and a kangaroo were, like, kind of one and the same, and I was like, no, they're actually smaller. Wallabies are actually smaller than kangaroos. They're different. They're both marsupials, but they're not the same. That's Rocco. Rocco's modern life. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8 articles.
2.
All right. Well, apparently there was a movie made, but I wanted like a newer movie made of this. Sharks off Brazil coast test positive for cocaine. The drug was found in all 13 wild Brazilian sharp-nosed sharks tested, with a concentration as much as 100 times higher than previously reported for other aquatic creatures. I want cocaine. I want, like, like an actual cocaine, like good cocaine shark movie. So, and people were pointing out that it actually was a movie made like that. But I'm like, I had never heard of it. I don't know how good it is. So I want something that's like entertaining, like Cocaine Bear.
You liked that one?
In a weird way, I liked it. Like there were parts of it that I was like I could do without, like the single mom trying to find her kids in the woods subplots. I think the focus should have been the female sheriff, or park ranger, I should say. But I had like fun with like the movie itself, and it's actually based on a true story. So, sharks in waters off the coast of Brazil have tested positive for cocaine. Researchers have long suggested that sea life could be impacted by drugs dumped into the water by smugglers, with tons of cocaine found around Florida, South and Central America. Shocking. A study from the Oswaldo Cruz Foundation in Brazil has now found evidence sharks are in fact being affected by drugs polluting the ocean. Scientists dissected 13 wild Brazilian sharp-nosed sharks that were bought from small fishing vessels as the species spend their entire lives in coastal waters and were therefore most likely to be affected by pollution. Yeah, so muscle and liver tissue were then tested using a standard technique called liquid chromatography with tandem mass spectrometry, where molecules are separated into a liquid to look for cocaine, benzoylaconium, the main metabolite in the drug. So yeah, but I want like this. This is a juvenile sharp-nosed shark. I want something more like great white size cocaine shark.
Yeah, one
like
that eats all of it.
Jaws on crack. So I like basically Jaws on crack. You're gonna need a bigger mirror. Yes. Let's see. But yeah, make it a Meg. Well, maybe not that big, because I don't think they had to be like a shit ton of cocaine to affect a Meg. I'd say it's no bigger than a great white.
A methlodon.
Oh my god. Could be that. But hello, Keely. Sorry if I'm saying hello to you. But yeah, so I want like a proper cocaine shark. I want I want Jaws on crack. So that's what I would want, as far as like a movie goes. All right, bull shark, they can swim in fresh water too. Okay, something like that could work. And sharks can swim in just 3 feet of water. So if you think you're safe close to the shoreline, nope.
Actually, safer. All the smaller ones are closer to the shore, though.
Yeah, that's why the sharp-nosed shark is like the one that was one of the ones most affected, is because they stay closer to the shoreline, and that's where the drugs are typically, the higher concentration are typically dumped. So, but yeah, now we're down to 7 articles.
Damn it. Keep rolling 8s. 3.
All right. Okay. I saw this and I was like, Headless Woman on New Zealand beach was a life-size doll. So a Headless Woman found on a New Zealand beach was a life-size doll. Can you guess what the life-size doll was?
Mannequin?
Oh, what? Wait. Right here. New Zealand woman found what appeared to be a headless corpse on the beach, but was relieved when police determined it was actually a life-sized adult toy.
Oh. Well, fuck that.
Alice Caldry said she and her dog Sadie were walking on Tepaway Beach, south of New Plymouth in the Taranaki region, when the canine let her something washed up in the sand. I just sort of froze and felt sick. I could see it was definitely the shape of a torso, face down, and I could tell it was a woman's figure. I could see it had fingernails and toes were really realistic, so it really looked like a human figure. She called the police. 3 officers responded. And then I sort of saw one of the cops nudge it with his foot and thought he's not going to nudge it if it's a body.
You know what? If it belonged to a fisherman and they took a sperm sample from the doll, it would be a double semen sample.
God damn it. She said the identity of the object became clear once it was flipped over. You could tell it was a sex doll.
After
She
they
said the
flipped
dummy
it
was
over?
so heavy that it required all 3 officers to drag it back to a patrol vehicle.
Oh, it was filled up?
It was that heavy.
Yeah, it used it a lot.
So, yeah. So you come across what you think is the aftermath of a crime, only to find that it's a sex doll left on the beach.
Yeah, sex on the beach.
Yes, literally. Gravy volunteers himself as tribute to test that.
Yeah, I'll film it for you, Mara. I'll bring a camera and film Gravy for you.
You're the one who like volunteered that weird offering. So
Yeah.
that's for your own pleasure.
I just, said it because it was in my head.
You know how like that little voice that sometimes says, don't say what's everything's in your head?
I don't have it.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't have voices in
I
my
at
head.
least have that shit in my head where I'm like, you know what? Maybe don't say this.
That's not fun.
Like I'm like, maybe just
See,
don't.
Travy, sorry, not Travy, Gravy didn't think it was anything wrong with it.
Like the amount of shit I have not said will probably make people like eyes go wide. Compared to the shit that I have said.
Say it at D&D.
So, I drop racial slurs.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not that bad.
No.
It's usually within context.
Mm-hmm. So, and my chat can say sometimes I've actually dropped racist comments a little bit when I get pissed off in gaming.
Yeah. I usually don't. It's only if I have to like play a character that's racist.
Yeah. But so now we're down to 6 articles. Yep. We're going to call you Travy now. Trey.
Yeah, Travy, because they're like synced.
Yeah, so I dropped
4.
Shit. All right. Australian man arrested after allegedly stealing $400,000 worth of Bluey coins. All right, so you don't mess with everyone's favorite Australian dog. Have you heard of Bluey?
Nope.
Okay, you're about to learn. Well, you answered the trick question. You don't. But even if you wouldn't give a flying fluffer nutter about cartoons for little kids, you can't have missed seeing the blue dog somewhere. The Australian animated TV show has taken the world by storm, becoming more popular than anyone could have expected. To celebrate the show's tremendous success, the Australian Mint has released a commemorative Australia $1 coin. Its release, however, was marred by someone stealing the coins. The thief didn't pilfer just a handful of them either. Put together, the stolen coins were worth more than 600,000 Australian currency, which is roughly $400,000 in U.S. equivalents. The New South Wales Police Force threw together an investigative force, giving it the hilariously dramatic name Strike Force Bandits. Yet the Strike Force managed to locate the bandit and arrested a man who worked at a warehouse storing the coins. However, the cops didn't manage to recover all the stolen Bluey coins. Some had already been sold online, possibly to Bluey fans who weren't aware they were purchasing stolen goods. So yeah. Let me see if I can show the picture. Nope. Well, look at Bluey. It's a blue dog. It's an animated show. So he stole $400,000 worth, basically. So basically, 600. It's an Australian $1, right? Australian $1 coin, right? Worth more than $600,000. So he stole that much. Worth more than that. So he stole at least that much. Yeah. Until reduce, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, your joke now is fucked up because it's a kid's show. I at least knew that. I at least heard about Bluey. I haven't watched it, but I've at least heard about it. No, he sold them. They said that he sold a chunk of them, so they haven't been able to recover all the coins. So that's like what he like. I guess like what his plan was. His grand plan is to steal the coins, even though it's stupid for him to steal that many in the first place, because that goes way noticed. But sell them online, basically, and kind of like, make that money back. Or make that money. So, yeah, they caught the guy. They caught the guy because he worked at a warehouse storing the coins. So basically, he not only stole the coins, he worked at a place where they would be stored. So basically, he stole from his own workplace. Essentially. So it kind of helped narrow it down.
Given the value, though, I can understand the temptation, to be honest.
So, yeah. But I'm saying it's like, I understand the temptation, but to steal that much at once, it's going to go noticed.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you kind of steal a handful at a time so it doesn't go noticed.
No.
So, it's like way too much of the time. So, but anyway, so again, like Bluey is an animated kids show. And they did the commemorative coins, as like we typically do here in the States as well, for certain historical figures or whatnot. And he got caught. Not surprised. So, now we're down to 5 articles.
5.
Okay. And I don't know. This is one of the ones you sent. It's the dumbest criminal ones. So.
Might be.
Okay.
I found a few of those.
America's dumbest criminal sends police a selfie after being unimpressed with his mugshots. Mugshots are kind of like driver's license photos. You're not supposed to be impressed by them. A man on the run from police was so unimpressed with his terrible mugshot that he decided to send authorities a better selfie. Which basically, if you're obviously like he would have had a smartphone to do this, there's something on smartphones called location services, as well as the ability to ping person's location off cell phone towers to the point where you can figure out where they are almost exactly. So he basically told the cops, "Here I am." Donald Chip Pugh, 45 of Lima, Ohio, is wanted for failing to appear in court on a string of charges including arson and vandalism. When Lima Police Department posted a photo of his mugshot online, the wanted man sent them a better photo to use. "Here's a better photo I've made. That one is terrible," he captioned the image, which features the suspect in a suit and wearing gold sunglasses. The mugshot in question shows a very different looking Pugh with bloodshot eyes and a 5 o'clock shadow. The photo was sent to us by Mr. Pugh himself. We thank him for being helpful, but now we would appreciate it if he would come speak with us at the LPD about his charges. I'm like, you can track him, basically.
Yeah, right fellow.
Yeah. So, of course, it's Ohio. And he also found the time to talk to a U.S. radio station to explain why he didn't like his original photo.
Yeah, let's hope they use the second photo next time, sometime soon.
Yes. Oh my God. People comment, "You can't buy stupid; it comes naturally." His arrogance is or will be his undoing. He's drawing more attention to himself. Yeah, which will help him locate him easier.
Yeah, because now he's famous.
Yeah. Oh, I love this right here. This is like Perth, not like Australia. See, a bag snatcher in Perth has has run through a glass window while attempting a getaway, but some other criminals have come off worse. And here's this one here. 2 men firebombed a barber shop in Como right next door to a business that specializes in security cameras that captured the pair's every move.
Yeah, be mindful of your surroundings.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a show I watch called See No Evil on as part of Investigation Discovery. True crime, basically, show. And See No Evil is basically details how certain cases are cracked, like, the suspects caught via, CCTV footage, things like that, or like security cameras on people's homes. So like how they're able to track the movements of like the suspects and everything, and they figure out who committed the crime. That's why it's like you kind of have to be aware of your. I'm not saying to commit a crime, but if you're going to do so, be aware of your surroundings, because a lot of businesses have security cameras outside, and if you're going to bomb a store, a barber shop that's right fucking next to a business that specializes in security cameras, guess what they're going to have outside? So, I'm just saying, know your surroundings. Situational awareness. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, Al Capone ultimately got caught because for tax evasion. Couldn't catch him for any other reason. Tax evasion is how they got him. There's a reel on Instagram. I gotta try to find it, but this guy tried to rob a dojo. All right, so basically, like the way some dojos are set up is you have like this upper level where like basically the classes are conducted, and then you have like a lower level, like a basement area where to practice or whatever, either before class or after class, things like that. All right. So the guy comes in, grabs the man that's manning the desk out front to go to get him to take him to whatever safe they have or the money they have as part of the business, takes him downstairs where there's like 5 guys are practicing in their gis with black belts on full fucking display, and it comes around the corner and he sees that and he tries to book it out of there. The 5 guys chase him down, all right, up the stairs. And as the guy is trying to leave, 2 more black belts come into the dojo. So this guy gets pummeled by 7 guys.
Imagine if you had 1.
Yeah, he got pummeled by 7 guys.
Yeah, but imagine 7 black guys.
I think
attacking him, and then
he had a weapon, but it was like a knife or something.
Yeah, so that's not going to do you a damn good.
No, it's not he didn't have a gun or anything, and it didn't look like he had anything other than a knife to try to get the guy downstairs. But it's it's like he tried to escape and ran into 2 other black belts. Yeah, there's guy tries to rob dojo. So there's 1 born literally every minute. So, no. But yeah, so down to the last 4.
Yep. 4.
Okay. Yes. I think I saw this article. I didn't. Okay. Oh yeah, I know which one. Yeah, I didn't select it, but now I know because I saw another headline for it. All right. Bloke's hair dye blender turned head into Megamind. Girlfriend couldn't look at him.
Oh, there's pictures of
yeah.
Him.
So you'll see. I know this article. Like I said, I just didn't bring it up. So basically, 27-year-old was given black hair dye by his mom to hide his sprouting gray hairs, but it couldn't have gone much worse after he snubbed the patch test stage and suffered the consequences. That's why you always do a patch test. So a man's head ballooned like Megamind after he tried to cover up some gray hairs. And
Gray hairs at 27 though. That's early.
Steve Martin.
Yeah.
He started going gray early. Like it happens.
Yeah.
So basically this is him. All right. On a normal day. Here he is now.
Yeah. How the hell can hair dye do that?
It's an allergic reaction. Like if you basically put it all over his head and like it causes swelling.
Is it permanent?
So I think probably not. If it's an allergic reaction, they could probably give him something to counter it.
I bet you some guy's gonna see this article and then try to use it on his penis to get a bigger dick. Basically,
he taken via ambulance to the hospital where they told him he had a reaction to the phenyldiamine, chemical commonly found in hair dyes. He had to take 25 tablets a day to reduce the giant swelling. So I think it's like basically an allergic reaction. So you would be given
25 per day.
Yeah. Well, because of look.
Yeah, but 25 per day sounds excessive.
To reduce the giant swelling, one pill wouldn't do it. So depending on the dosage, like you said, you can either take pills or shots to counter whatever you're allergic to. So this is what it looked like. See, you couldn't see out of one eye because the swelling was so bad.
Shit. That had to hurt though.
Despite all being well now, Ryan claims he's been left with scabs across his scalp and is now warning others not to make the same mistake. Because everything's back, his face is back to normal, but now his hair is fully gone.
And his girlfriend left him, even though he was going to be fine later.
No, I think she's still with him. It's just that when she just couldn't look at him initially.
So he had to do it from behind.
So it says right here. Where is it? It's the horror of his girlfriend who couldn't even look at him. Yeah, so it doesn't say that she left him. So as far as I know, they're still together, but now he has no hair. So
can he sue for that, or was it like a?
Well, that's his whole not really, because one, the company couldn't know that he was allergic to that. Like he didn't know he was allergic to it, and two, they can point out that there's always warnings on the box to do a patch test, and if he ignored it, that's on him.
Yeah.
If he ignored the warning, that's on him. So no, he couldn't sue. Hey, Ms. Martin Muses. I mean, he could try, but he'd lose because the company would be able to come back and say, there is a warning here.
You need to show Teresa, the guy with the head. She just missed it. I mean, seriously.
Phrasing. His body looked like normally. And his head starting swelling because he's allergic to a chemical that was in the hair dye. Then he looked like this. And he had to take 25 tablets a day to reduce the swelling to go back to normal, but now he has no hair. That's what they call that's the patch test. That's what I'm saying. Basically, they tell you to do a small area of whatever it is that you're using on your arm or something like that. So that way, if you do have an allergic reaction, it's like you can treat it a lot more easily if it's a small area versus all over your head. So if you're using hair remover, even for ladies, basically it says test a small area before using it all over the intended target, basically. So So he just couldn't accept the gray. I mean, Steve Martin accepted the gray, and it worked for him all these years. No one cared. And he went white early. So
kind of happened to me with my beard.
yeah, so it happens.
Like it was a busted thyroid in my case, but
yeah,
I have a Witcher beard.
Sure, can get revenge on the world, yes. But there it is. So that's why, basically, safety alert, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you always test a small area. Yeah, it's just in some people's genetics too. That's even CM Punk has some gray, and he's not that old. So it happens. My grandma went white before age 30. It's just in some people's genetics. Anyway, 3 more articles left.
3.
You're going to love this, chat. Remember this dude? The human collie? He now has a best friend.
What?
An Alaskan Malamute. Same situation. Person in a furry costume. Now, Clooney went gray early as well. So now he has a friend. Coco, the human collie, has a dog best friend. Yeah. So yeah, there's more of them now, chat. So Toko, the Japanese man who wants to live life as a collie, found a friend. All right. Fellow canine cosplayer in a husky suit. As seen in the videos blowing up on his YouTube channel. For the uninitiated, Toko, the human collie first made headlines and became a sensation after dropping $14,000 on a hyper-realistic custom-made collie suit. All right, there it is. Look, he has a friend. See, Toko's friend has not yet been identified. I would laugh so hard if it's a female. Now Toko has fulfilled his dream of meeting other pooches by hanging out with a fellow traveler who likes to get gussied up as a husky, whom he introduced to the world recently in a new video. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a dead dog.
So yeah, what's that line from Phantom Menace? Now, now there's 2 of them. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, now he has a friend, chat. Yeah. Coincidentally, Toko says he mauled parroting a menagerie of other animals as well due to the difficulties of moving like a mutt. No shit, you're on all 4s all the time. Yes, they have different bone structure. Humans are not meant to be walking on all 4s like that. So yeah, now there's 2 of them, chat. So there it is. Which is the master, which is in the pup. Yeah. I don't know. Trey's grabbing alcohol. Yeah. So, yeah, now he has a friend. Yeah. I don't think he did. He's finding out the hard way. But yeah. So 2 more articles left.
2.
Okay. In New Hampshire, a whale slams into a boat and capsizes it, but the occupants are rescued. So authorities report that neither those on the boat or the whale itself were injured in the incident, while the vessel has been salvaged. Imagine,
it's probably the owner of that sex doll. Proves why it's so heavy, because sperm whale.
well, that sex doll and it like somehow managed to go either all the way over North America, or all the way around, maybe through the Panama Canal, or all the way around South America to end up in the Pacific Ocean and in New Zealand, because New Hampshire is on the east coast of the states, on the Atlantic Ocean side.
Yeah.
So
there's your blows.
there you go. Two individuals were hurled into the sea when the whale breached and slammed into their fishing boats. So I hate this ad thing. Click to block ads.
Yes. Ugh.
Anyway, let's see what this does. Look at that.
Yeah. Imagine if someone's like inside using the toilet.
And both, like, it just tips, and one, and the other guy falls in. So imagine you're just chilling on your boat, trying to catch some fish. All of a sudden, the front end is ending up upwards, and now it's like flipping over, and now you're in the ocean. A whale horror movie would work. Yeah, especially orcas. Orcas are like, they're nasty. They are nasty pieces of work.
Yeah,
they're pretty to look at, but they're nasty.
Yeah, they're actually they kill for fun too.
Yeah. So they're not like the cute little whales you see, like you see them doing tricks at SeaWorld and things like that. Yeah, the minute they have a chance, they'll kill you just for the fucking fun of it.
Yeah. Have you seen a movie called Orca?
No. I
It's
tend not to watch killer animal movies only because of my penchant for like not liking to see what happens to animals. So.
Oh, well, if you like Jaws.
So yeah. They're like rockets when they charge a target. Yeah. So it's kind of like hippos, where it's like, oh, they're so cute, and I'm like, no, they're dangerous. Don't touch them. Don't go near them. They'll fuck you up. They fuck you up worse than other creatures on the planet. So, yeah. It's like humans aren't the only fucked up creatures on this planet.
No.
We can just talk.
Yeah. I saw, swans. I saw a video of a swan drowning a seagull. Just swam up to him, bit him, and dunked him under.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah. Yes, animals will sometimes just murder other animals if they're in their territory. Just don't kill you. I'm not going to bother doing anything to you.
Gigawatts correct. The killer whales, they do torture the food.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them toss. It was almost like a ball game. They tossed a seal between them. It was nuts.
Yeah. Orcas are attacking boats now in Spain. So it happens. Yeah, dolphins are fucked up too. They'll do that, like the same thing that orcas do. They'll do. So, while dolphins are nicer than orcas, typically,
yeah,
they do fucked up shit as well. Because they're animals. They're animals, so it's like you can't exactly act surprised at their behavior. Anyway, the last article, and just based on the title, would you buy a 6-acre Drake's Island near Plymouth with private beach and 15 ghosts? If I could afford it, yes.
That one was awesome. Seriously.
If I could afford it, yes. I don't care about 15 ghosts.
Really cool article.
Yeah. So there's a private island. 6-acre island off the Devon coast, complete with private beach, fortifications, and planning permission for a luxury hotel, has been put up for sale. It's just 600 yards from Plymouth, was used as a military defense for hundreds of years, with 18th century cannons still in position and included in the sales. You know what? I get those cannons working. No one's coming on my property. I mean, I'd buy it. I don't care about the fucking ghosts. It takes less than 10 minutes to reach by boat, and once on land, there's military history everywhere. From old barracks to artillery batteries, complete with shell shafts and underground gunpowder stores.
Yeah.
It's over 2,000 years of history. The first recorded building is 1135. Current owner says it was its nuclear deterrent of its day. That's probably why the Spanish Armada never came here. You bought the island in 2019 for £6 million. And has worked on securing consent for a 43-bed hotel. He gives guided tours to groups. So if I had the money, yeah, I'd buy it.
Yeah. Hell, I would love to live there.
Yeah.
You can go fishing every day and yeah.
Any new owner may not be alone, though, with reportedly 15 resident ghosts, all former military men. If you believe the mediums who come out here, they're all British squatties. They're here to protect us. That's what they did when they were alive, and that's what they are still doing. So if we were to believe the mediums, that's probably a residual haunting, which means they cannot interact with you. And I'm like, I'd be fine just seeing a ghost do what it did in the past life before it died. I'd be fine with that. It's what's called a residual haunting. Meaning, so just a lesson, because I loved reading about stuff like this, and I watch shows like Ghost Hunters and things like that. Residual haunting is basically that they are just trapped doing what they did when they were alive. So if they if there was a nurse and she did rounds on a particular floor in a hospital, that's what she would do. That's what the ghost would do rounds at a particular floor in a hospital. That's all that ghost will do. It will not interact with you. Does not even register that there's anyone alive around it. That's a residual haunting.
It's like a visual echo.
Yeah, it's pretty much basically it's you're seeing what that person did when he or she was alive.
Yeah.
They will not interact with you. They don't even acknowledge that there's anyone there watching them. They just do what they used to do. And then there's more active hauntings, which include poltergeists. Even then, I'd be like, you know what? Have fun. It's kind of like a memory, basically an ingrained memory, but in a supernatural form. So
like a cutscene repeating itself.
It's kind of like that, where it's you're just witnessing something on repeat. That's it. Pretty much. Maybe they might. I don't know. I mean, they might respect. I don't know. We'll see.
Depends on which side.
Yeah. So.
Well, if some of the ghosts fought during the American Revolution, then no.
Probably, I'm saying probably not, because I'm American. So, but it doesn't say, just that all former military men. So I have no idea. It doesn't say when they died.
Yeah.
So, my dad, when he was initially contemplating joining the seminary, this was again years ago. He actually went to Gettysburg Seminary, and there's even today there's still encounters people have with ghosts in Gettysburg. And one of the stories I remember my dad telling, two of the stories I remember my dad telling me is, one, he and a friend were waiting for a couple others to return from somewhere. They went to go to a lecture or something. So my dad and the other guy were waiting for them to come come back to their dorm room so they could go out and get something to eat afterwards. To give you perspective, my dad's in his room here, and the other guy is down the hall. So they're not in the same room while they're waiting for these two other guys to return. And then at some point in the night, my dad hears what sounds like someone walking up the steps. So he's like, okay, they've come back. He grabs his jackets, gets ready to he exits his room. He sees the other guy down the hall exiting his room, indicating that he also heard the noise, and there was no one on the steps. So it's not like because my dad initially thought that he had been hearing things, but no, the other guy heard the footsteps too, walking up. So it's like, yep, no one on the steps. And then my dad was also telling me how some of the buildings on the campus, in the area, were also used as makeshift hospitals during that battle. So there are some buildings where if you peeled up the flooring and all underneath all that flooring and crap, you could still see the blood stains from when they had to amputate and all that fun stuff during the war. You could still see the evidence of all that in the buildings. Yeah, I'm at a long story. We're pretty much done because this is the last article.
And the amputations back then, no morphine.
No, they you heard the phrase "bite the bullets." That's what they do. Yeah. Stick a bullet in your mouth and tell you to bite on it while they sawed your whatever limb off.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And now they whine about pronouns.
Yes. We're literally there was no morphine, there was no there was nothing to knock you out.
Yeah.
Especially on the battlefield, they're not going to have anything like that. So literally, it's bite the bullets, bite on this leather strap, bite on the bullets. Bite on something so you don't bite your tongue off while you're feeling everything happening to you.
No antibiotics either.
No. So yeah, there it is, chap. Those are the articles, and we're ending a bit on the early side because I'm able to start on the early side, but I like to do these streams because we talk about enough cringe, and I know I'll be talking about cringe this coming Sunday because apparently the identity politics crowd is ringing over Deadpool and Wolverine because what they consider homophobic jokes in the movie.
Yeah, wow. They have those in the first two as well.
So, yeah. So, they're not happy. So, I'll be covering, I saw, it was what? Yesterday or the day before, where I saw, Tom of Midnight's Edge post that, and I was what, that they're upset about that, and I'm dear God, it's the beginning of the week. It's we're not even halfway through, and I should not have articles already planned for Sunday.
You know what's gonna be really cringe soon? When they release the 6th edition D&D. That's where the Mexican orcs come from.
Yep.
And some people have gotten it early, and they showed it off on YouTube, just flipping through really quick. Wizards of the Coast struck their channels. A few people lost their channels. Customers.
Yeah.
That had pre-ordered and all that stuff, and they just flipped through a little bit.
I actually got my nerdy home called me today to make sure I was alive because I took a couple a day to not be on social media. So I was you know what? Okay, and she's there's been so much Rings of Power news, and you haven't interacted once. I want to make sure you're alive. I'm you know what? How about I interact with a tweet so you know I'm alive? And I quote tweeted one where it's he's the account the Rings of Power account says we have rings 19 to be exact. I'm you're forgetting one, dipshits. They always like, 19 rings, 19 rings of power. Like there's one crucial one you're fucking missing. So I'll spoil Borderlands in the chat Sunday.
That was fun when the OneRing.net
Oh yeah,
forgot about the One Ring.
Yeah, chills.
Yeah, they actually blocked me for pointing out that Sam and Frodo were not gay because hey, Sam married
he married
Rosie, and
Rosie
they had
Cotton.
yeah, and I just posted a picture of it, and then within seconds I was blocked.
I'm blocked by them, but I can't remember what I did.
Probably not much.
I know like it's never like much. It's more like pointing out like their stupidity. And I get blocked. I'm also blocked by accounts I never interacted with. Just because.
Oh yeah, that happens to me all the time.
But like Rings of Power accounts where I'm like, I have no idea who this asshole is. I'll get like tagged like underneath the tweets and I can't see it because I'm already blocked.
Yeah.
So I have like no idea what this tweet says. I'm just seeing all these bot accounts like just spring up because we're getting closer to the season 2 of Rings of Power, and the first 3 episodes will be dropping on August 29th.
Did you see the one I tagged you in with that promo video that really looked like a soap opera?
Yeah, I saw. I meant to comment, but I was like, dear God.
Yeah, it's like you can't really say much that'll, it's just there, and
yeah,
I just use the hard R word because.
But
Oh,
yeah.
that Alyssa lady Trace. I put her in the D&D game.
Yeah, but we didn't get a chance to. We interacted with her, but like we didn't interact with her character after the initial interaction. So I have no idea where she ended up.
She fucked off.
Yeah,
We'll show up later though.
I hope so because I want to beat her down like we did that Jane Fonda looking character.
That was vicious. He ripped some hair out of her too.
Was that me or I think it was Gravy?
No, I think it was Teresa.
Maybe, but we beat the bitch down.
Yeah.
I don't know because she blocked me. I told her to get back in the kitchen and she didn't like that.
She blocked me too. I don't know why.
Yeah, Trey's still happy that you got killed by Yalcha.
I have a kind of like an idea to put Trey and Gravy in the 90s one as new characters.
Oh, we just started the 90s, so you have plenty of time.
Yeah. Just gonna give them another stupid death. Oh, Trey's death wasn't bad.
No,
it's kind of like
he's happy he got killed by a predator.
It was almost identical to the Lawrence Fishburne in Predator 3.
Yeah, and it was the female predator. So
no.
Oh, that was a male, and we got then we encountered the female predator.
Yeah, and then I had him hide in shit.
Yeah,
because that works as mud. I didn't think about that at first, actually. But so he was covered in shit when you found him.
Yes.
And Gravy was skinned in the tree or something.
Yeah. They both got killed by predator.
Yeah.
Trey wants death by T-Rex.
I can make use of Jurassic Park. I just need to set it between 1 and 2.
Yeah, because we're in 1993, so depending on when in 1993, either the events have taken place or will soon take place.
Yeah.
In the first Jurassic Park, technically.
Yeah.
If you're going by the movie, so.
Yeah, and it's have more Down syndrome Ninja Turtles too.
Anyway, that is the worldwide weird news, ladies and gentlemen. We're basically go over the weird and the fun articles. Next week will be the top 10. We're going into the 90s after covering each year in the 80s. So basically, I figured it'd be top 10 films of 1990.
Yeah. You know what? I've been looking at the 90s and the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to, the really big hits, they're actually both on par with the 80s. But because there's a hell of a lot of good stuff in the 90s, a lot of landmark movies. Terminator 2, Jurassic Park, you have Scream, Matrix, all of those were kind of a little bit of game changers. So yeah, it's yeah, Trey Gordon said that there's a lot of number twos in the 90s.
So
yeah,
there it is,
Independence
ladies and
Day.
gentlemen.
I think Tremors is 1990.
I cannot remember. I'd have to look because I want to say yes, but it's close to it. But yeah, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So Stieg, again, let everybody know where they can find you if you want them to find you and all that fun stuff.
Well, right here in a week minus 2 hours or something. No, yeah, a week
About
minus an hour.
about it's like minus almost an hour and a half, roughly.
Yeah, that's it. Other than that, I'll pop on with
Hey, Phil.
with Teresa now and again, randomly. But other than that, it's just no. Don't do YouTube much at all.
So yeah. But as far as me, chat, tomorrow and Friday, since I have to get up early Friday morning and Saturday morning. I won't be streaming Thursday or Friday evening. I don't know if we're going to be doing anything offline, either offline gaming or watch party. Probably not tomorrow, maybe Friday. Saturday is up in the air as far as streaming because it all depends on if I do another siblings hangout online, because my siblings really want to play that Pacify game again, which is actually, in a group, is a fun game to play. So it's only about $5 on Steam. So if you want to check it out, it's cheap. It's been out for apparently 2 years. I didn't even know about it until one of my brothers brought it up. But it's a fun, I think it's a fun game to play as a group. And then Sunday, Talk Nerdy to Us will be on my channel. About no later than 8:30 p.m. Eastern, maybe a bit earlier. I gotta talk to my nerdy home about that to see if she can start it earlier. If not, then definitely 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And I already have at least one article, at least one topic to cover, because apparently the Gen Z crowd in particular is ring over what they consider homophobic jokes in Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm like, where the fuck have you been since the first one? Anyway, take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day or evening, wherever you are in the world. And Steve and I, will see you all next week for the top 10 film, our personal top 10 films, I should say, of 1990. So take care, stay safe, peace.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.